Hello. Hi, Donna. Hi, Patty. Hi, Terry. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Pat. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ah, you are all welcome to start sitting tall and stretching, or even lying down, however you want to kind of start getting into your own space. Hi, Meryl. Into your own yoga. I know that, so today, today is June 15th. Whew, holy moly, what are we, 10, 11 weeks into this? 12 maybe? Um, so some of you may or may not have a block. Our balance pose today, just so you can get it ready in your head, is our half moon. So half moon you can do against the wall. I'll probably show you against the fireplace. It's really helpful to open up, and that can help you with your balance. If you have a block, we can use it. I don't have a block. We can do it without the block. We're also going to do a revolving half moon. All these poses can also, you can keep your keep a toe on the floor, or there are different ways to kind of work with your balance. A half moon is sort of an interesting pose. When we do the revolving half moon, it's actually in some cases, and for some people, easier. So with or without a block, feel free. And I think we're ready to get going. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So sitting tall, breathing. I want to do the Ujjayi breath today, so I'd like you to do it with me if you like. And as with anything, the breathing is a very personal thing. Every pose, every stretch, your yoga is a very personal thing. So what feels right to you from the inside out? We focus on our breathing. It helps to sort of cleanse us, cleanse all the negative energy, cleanse all the getting oxygen pumping through the blood, so sort of cleansing the blood, cleansing the organs, all the oxygen flowing all around inside, heading to our brain, right, clearing the brain. So breathing and focusing on our breath, and especially if we just kind of think about only that at the time that we're doing it, can really have a cleansing effect, probably mostly with the brain and our thoughts and our emotions. So let's go ahead, and the Ujjayi breath is the ocean breath. So when we inhale, we'll exhale with a but with our mouth closed. So it's really more of an inside, back of the throat kind of feeling. The nervous system really benefits from that vibration that happens when we do that. So let's try it together. Let's take a big inhale, and then a big exhale, slow. Allowing yourself to feel that vibration, just get into your own space. Go inside, feeling the breath from the inside out, inhaling as deeply and slowly as you can. Exhaling, feeling that vibration. I'd like you to see if you can Inhale and exhale, take even more time to exhale. Just maybe a couple counts. Inhaling deeply. There is this idea when we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, it causes more stress than not. Whereas if we breathe just through the nostrils, inhaling and exhaling, and allowing the vibration through the Ujjayi breath should relax us more. So continue with the breathing, whatever breathing you like. Let's take 10 more on our own. Releasing. Let fears slip away. Release any negative, limiting, or self-defeating beliefs buried in your subconscious. These beliefs may be about life, love, or yourself. Beliefs create reality. Let go. From as deep within as your fears, resentments, and negative beliefs are stored, let them all go. Let the belief or feeling surface. Accept it. Surrender to it. Feel the discomfort or unrest. Then let it go. Let new beliefs replace the old. Let peace and joy and love replace fear. Give yourself and your body permission to let go of fears, resentments, and negative beliefs. Release that which is no longer useful. Trust that you are being healed and preparing for receiving whatever is good. Continue breathing deeply, and as we start with movement, see if you can really connect your breathing, connect your breath to your movement. Let's circle our shoulders. You can continue or always go back to the Ujjayi breath. One of my favorites. Of course, I say that for a lot of things, don't I? A lot of favorites in yoga. So let's bring our arms in front, palms facing each other. Shoulders back and down, lifting the heart, and we'll bring our arms overhead. Good. Keeping our shoulders back, let's reach our arms forward. Keep tight through the corset. Just this little bit of movement through our arms, but really paying attention to what's happening through the whole physical body and the emotional bodies. Connecting with your breath, keeping the shoulders back, keeping a nice long spine, strong core, inhaling and exhaling. One more time. So the idea of keeping our shoulders back is making an effort to, when our arms come up, shoulders go back and down, maybe a little bit more, and then keep them there as our arms come forward. Keep pressing back. Because what can happen is we're lifting and then we bring our arms forward and our shoulders sort of circle forward. Just for this movement, we want to keep our shoulders back. All right, and release. very active through the shoulders, and that they can get tired easy when we're very strong and active through them instead of just kind of going through the motions. All right, bring your arms back up, fingertips together, bring the elbows wide, shoulders back and wide, and then open up, reaching, getting wider through the upper back. Check your posture. And then bringing our fingertips together, elbows wide. So again, this is not a cat and cow, right? We're not moving through the spine, but we're keeping the shoulders back and wide as we bring our arms forward. So if we bring our arms forward, our shoulders want to come forward. So we have to make that effort to keep them back. Open, and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale. And then lower down. Again, very active shoulders and arms and torso. The shoulders can get tired pretty easy. Let's go ahead and release that blanket if you were sitting on it, shaking our legs out. I'd like you to cross your legs back, but in that less comfortable, less convenient, I should say, position. And then holding here, again, check your posture. We're going to circle, wake up the root chakra. We're going to go 3 times in one direction. And then get tall here. Remember, we're pulling in through the core. And 3 times in the other direction. Nice. Let's bring our legs out. Shake it out. Left arm come up and over. And then right arm up and over. Stretching. Now we are working through the spine. Side to side. But lengthen as we go side to side. Rather than just folding over. It's a lengthening of both sides of the body. Keep those legs active. Good. Inhale here and curling forward. Inhale back up. Let's bring our hands behind and then open up. Our legs are strong. Our torso is strong. Pull the belly in. Inhale. Curl forward. Inhale. Bring the arms back a little bit just to help us lift and maybe get a little stretch through the spine, curling back. Inhale one more time. Pull the belly back as we reach forward, stretching the spine. Inhale back up, hands down by our side, maybe a little behind. Open up a little stretch through the spine, little back bend, but it's more of the upper spine. Good. Let's take our right leg here and flatten that foot out, twisting. Right arm comes up and take that hand back. Lift and lengthen. Let's look behind and then look to the front. Let's look behind and look to the front. What's happening with your whole spine? Do you feel it? Anything? All the way from the hips to the neck. We're holding on gently. Maybe bring your arm across here. And one more time, looking behind. Inhaling. Exhale back to the center. And then pull the belly in to bring ourselves back to center. We'll take the other leg up. Lift and lengthen. Let's do the same thing we did on the other side. So we'll start this way. Here, reach the left arm up. And the left hand and fingers, maybe just the fingers to the floor to help lift and lengthen and twist. Keeping that left foot flat. Let's look forward. Let's look back. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. Feel free to do the Ujjayi breath. Feel free to take your arm across to help with that twist and that lengthening. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg is active. And then coming back to the center, lengthening out. So there is a way that we would flip over to all fours. That's kind of naturally we would get there. I want you to do it in, again, the most inconvenient way. So if we're normally going around to the right, I'd like you to go around to the left and bring ourselves to all fours. And so a little bit more movement through the spine, this time more of the lower spine, just the hips moving. Then taking our right hip out, look over our right shoulder, strong core. We're still centered in our mat. It's just the head that's coming to one side and the hip, and then take it to the other side. Left hip comes out, looking over our left shoulder, but really staying as much in line as you can. And then back to the center. Let's take our cat and cow. Curling, arching, curling, arching. One more time. You know how to work through the spine, curling and arching. And we're threading the needle before we get to a standing position. So left hand, reach it out to the side, fingertips to the floor. Pull the belly in. Let's take a twist underneath. We can lower our head down. We should feel relaxed and released through here, not holding on to any parts of our body. So make an adjustment if it doesn't feel quite right, and just breathe. You can use the Ujjayi breath anytime and see if that helps with the nervous system relaxing through the whole body. Pulling the belly in, and let's slide the left hand out. We'll reach the right to the side, fingertips to the floor, and then bringing ourselves under. Breathe, stretch, release. Sliding out. So back to all fours. Let's take ourselves to our first down dog. Releasing, settling into our down dog for 3 full breaths. 3 slow, full breaths. Hi, Diane. Bending the knees, looking towards the front of the mat, and walking towards the front of the mat. Let's curl up, pressing into our feet, curling all the way up, roll the shoulders back, nice and tall. Good. Lifting the heart, finding our mountain, palms facing the front or palms facing your body. The feet can be together or just underneath the hip bones. And let's find the Ujjayi breath here. 3 deep breaths. And let's take a sun salutation. Standing only for now. Inhale, exhale. Feel as if you're gathering energy from the universe, from the roots, from the earth. One more sun salutation. Itchy nose. Oh, that means something. I don't want to think about it. Let's reach our arms up, shoulders down and back. Check the rest of our posture, right? Our knees are part of that when we're standing. Our core and lifting our heart. Taking ourselves to a chair. So we're keeping our arms parallel to our ears as much as you can, and then press back up. You can try this with your feet and knees together, or feet, knees, and hips lined up, which is pretty much what I'm doing here, right? Sitting down, reaching, keeping the shoulders back and down. The shoulders sometimes want to hunch up around the ears. One more just like this. Inhale, exhale. That's a lot of work for our shoulders, just holding our arms overhead, right? Hands to heart center. So let's bring our arms up. And this time, chair, bringing the hands to heart center, take a twist. Let's go back up, inhale, twist in the other direction. So it does help here to have our knees together, because I don't want one knee coming forward and then one hip going out as we take a twist. So that may limit the twist, because we're twisting through the waist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Remember, we should be able to wiggle those toes. We're sitting into our heels. Exhale. We can reach our hands wide, spread the fingers, and then bring them together as we twist. If you're feeling discomfort or any pulling or anything in your knees, don't go down as far or send the hips back. Good. One more time each side. Come on, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Even though we're twisting, we're still lengthening the torso and the spine. And then bring our arms down. Good. Let's take one more sun salutation. Beautiful. We're going to step wide. And doing our adrenal swing, which I love to do. I know that it can be very, just the visualizing, releasing energy, visualize, just giving a massage to the adrenal glands, and at fight or flight, instead of fighting or flighting, or releasing and relaxing. Let's just hold here. And then I'd like you to just, as if you're sort of massaging the kidneys and the adrenal glands, just take your hands a little bit up and down the spine, not forcing anything, because, you know, bringing our arms and shoulders back can be difficult, but just, you know, somewhere up and down the lower middle spine, just massaging on either side, not necessarily right on the spine. You don't have to go all the way across. You can do whatever you want. And then hold and release. Good. The idea is to just release and let everything be. Let it be in our yoga class. Find whatever it is you need tonight in our yoga. Okay. So let's take an inhale. We'll take ourselves to a forward fold. And then just holding here, releasing over our legs. The knees can be as straight as you want, as long as they're not locked and hyperextended. I don't want you to feel any pulling in the back of the knees. Just releasing, breathing. A lot of us have that tight hamstrings. See if we can just melt a little further over those legs. And then taking our hands to the mat, let's step back with the right leg. We're taking it to a high lunge here. Lifting, reaching the heart forward. And then pull the belly in. Let's step the right foot forward. And then the left foot back. And then lengthening forward. So we want that left leg. We want the legs. Let's come back to a forward fold. And then the right leg comes back. See if you can bring it back even further. So we're parallel with this whole straight leg to the back, and this knee and ankle are lined up. Pull the belly in, let's step forward, and then other side, and then lengthen forward. Good. Push through the right foot, step forward. Let's do one more each side. Bring that right leg back, lengthen, lifting the heart forward, stepping forward, and then other side. Lengthen, lift, press through the right foot, and stepping forward, and then inhale. Exhale. Good. So another sort of form of the high lunge is crescent. Let's take ourselves to a chair here. Hands to heart center, step back with the right leg. We're staying lifted. So that's sort of the difference between high lunge, is we're lifted here. But we want that back leg to be somewhat straight, remembering the knee not to hyperextend, lining up the foot, knee, both feet, knees, hips here. Good. Let's straighten that front leg and bring it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lengthen the spine. So we're lengthening and rooting in both directions here, getting that flow. Inhale, exhale. In every flow, we've got a strength element, a stretch element, a balance element. What is that for you here? We're going to go 3 more. This is an up and down, not a forward on that front leg. 1 more. Bringing our hands to heart center. Humble warrior. Let's take our hands to the mat, and now we're going to step back with the right leg a little bit more to our high lunge. Lift our heart. Breathe. Engage the core. Press through the left foot. Stepping forward. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Chair. Hands to heart. Step back with the left. So when we do a sort of a high lunge or crescent here, actually, our leg does not go as far back. And then let's do the flow here. Press through the right heel, the front heel, the right heel. I like to combine my words. Sometimes they come out really funny. Use your breath. Use your core, full body here. We're doing 10. Remember, this is up and down, like we're tethered here, right in a plumb line, down and up. And then once you get to your 10, we'll take that humble warrior, engaging really strong, bringing our hands to the mat. Let's step this left foot back even further. High lunge, lift the heart forward. Breathe. Pressing through the front foot and stepping forward. Inhale. Nice. Good. Sun salutation. Beautiful day for yoga. Lifting the heart, holding here, and let's find our mountain. So I'd like you to close your eyes if you'd like, and let's take 5 Ujjayi breaths. Slow and deep breathing. You know what to do. And then moving right into our half moon. I gave you a little heads up that we're doing half moon. If you have a block and you'd like to use the block, go ahead and do it. If you have a wall and you'd like to use the wall, I'll show you what we'll do on the fireplace here. I'm not gonna, it's better on a flat wall because I don't want you to think that we're hooking onto this. So let's start out in a warrior two pose. So the left foot forward and the right foot back. We're lining up our big toe, our toes, our heel, knees, hips, knees, and then the arch of the back foot. Start in our warrior two. Looking over those front fingers. Let's make sure we're not forward yet, right? We want to stay in that plumb line nice and tall through the spine. Engaging the core, pulling up through the pelvic floor. Good. Now we will shift forward. And you can shift forward and you can use both hands to kind of shift forward and lift that back leg. Open up here. If you're not using a wall, just right, so we don't have to be in a perfect warrior two to move forward, but we do have to lift that back leg. Okay? And you can also keep that back leg a little closer, but see if you can open up here. And that's the beauty of having the wall, half moon. We can press, open up a little more. And then when you're ready, coming down, and let's take it to the other side, starting in our warrior two. Lining up. And when you're ready, you can use the chair to get into the pose. Use whatever you have. And then once you're here, oops, oh my gosh, did you guys see that? Of course you did. Once you're here, don't fall onto the fireplace. I'm better off not doing it on the wall because there really isn't a wall there. So, open up. By the way, laugh. Please laugh because it's so good for your core. And it's so good. Laughter is so good for us. Gosh, if you didn't laugh yet today, and that's your first laugh, you're welcome. All right. So coming back up. So let's go back to the same side. Find our warrior two. Once we do that, I'm actually going to go in this direction because finding our warrior two, let's come to our half moon, open up, and then switching hands and open up in the other direction. You may find this easier as long as you continue to breathe, continue to stay strong through the core, continue to smile or laugh. Laughter counts as 10 smiles. Okay, I just made that up. Actually, I've used that line before, so it's not totally made up just now, but I made it up because I believe in laughter. And then when you're ready, so we're in our revolving half moon, bring yourself down, and let's take that back leg back and come to a crescent. Good. Stepping forward. So now we start in our warrior two and we come out of it in a crescent. So left leg forward, warrior two. Shifting, using whatever you need to, just see if you can open up as much as you can, half moon. And then switching sides, revolved half moon. So much going on here. Keep the breath flowing, keep strong through the core. Then bringing ourselves back here, let's take a crescent on this side. Nice. Hands to heart center, stepping forward, breathing. Good. Let's find our mountain. And I would like us to do any version of that half moon that you'd like. If you do have a wall, it's a beautiful thing to open up the whole front body. So I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. starting in your warrior two, whatever side you'd like. I'm going right into my revolved half moon. Try to be active through that back leg. Press through the heel, flexing the ankle. Try to be as straight as you can, or lining up the ankle, the hip, the shoulder of the top of the body. When we take a twist, it's a little different, but still try to keep that leg no higher than the hip, but as straight back from the hip as possible. And then we'll take ourselves to that crescent and standing forward. When you're ready, to the other side, start in your warrior two, and then shifting. We can keep everything in alignment as much as you can. Stay strong. Your center of gravity is over that front leg. Feel free to take a revolved half moon. Feel free to let that back leg come to the floor. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, I'll meet you in crescent. Hands to heart center, coming forward. Good. Finding our mountain. Breathing. 3 breaths in our mountain. Beautiful. Let's take our arms up, parallel with our ears, so our shoulders are down. Sitting back into our chair. Remember, take care of the knees by sending the hips back. Holding here, breathing. Good. So we're going to take a forward fold. And once again, allow yourself to release and melt over your legs. And then we'll take our hands to the mat and let's step back to our down dog. So usually in the beginning of class, we spend a little more time in our down dog. Right now, I'd like you to spend more time in your down dog, pedaling, releasing through the legs, through the hips. Try to keep that point through the hips, through the sit bones and the tailbone as much as you can. Shoulders wide and back, letting the head rest between the arms. Keep breathing, keep the core. It's beautiful back of the body stretch, so we're looking for that today. Breathing deeply, get into your own rhythm. Perhaps you're pedaling the feet out. And let's all take our right leg up and open up here. Stretching through the front of the body. Try to bring that heel, that foot back so the knee is higher than the foot. Pull the belly in, lengthen the right leg out, lower down, down dog. And then left leg lift, open up. Lengthen, lower that leg down. Let's take our knees down to the mat and send our hips back for child's pose. Breathing and releasing. When you're ready, coming up onto our knees. Let's go ahead and rotate our wrists, bringing our arms up. Keep rotating the wrists. Maybe the fingers are spread, maybe the fingers are together. What feels good for you? Where are you getting your best stretch? We're not rushing through this. Slowly bringing our arms up, overhead, and then interlacing our fingers. Let's press up. Good. Engaging the core, lengthen both sides of our body, shoulders down, other side. back to the center, stretching forward, bringing our head side to side, stretching through those shoulders. Good. And then release, shake it out. So we'll take our left leg out. We're going into gate pose. Take our right hand out. Everything is lined up. Hand, knees, feet. Bring the shoulder back and then open up. So kind of a half moon with our knee on the floor, right? If we lifted our leg, it would be a half moon, but then it becomes more strengthening through the hip. It's more of a Pilates thing. We're not doing Pilates tonight. Hold, stay engaged. If you'd like to bring this left arm overhead and reach, again, we're staying open. Take care of the neck if it feels better for you to look down. We just don't want our head to be hanging. We want a nice, long, strong body. And then pull the belly in, even though we're just bringing our arm back. And then bring this knee back. Let's come to all fours, send our hips back. Coming back onto our knees. Let's take our left hand down, right leg, and reach and open. Feel free to let this right arm float overhead as long as that shoulder stays back and you're continuing to breathe, whatever breathing technique you'd like to use. Continue to stay strong through the core. Continue to smile. Pull the belly in tighter. We're going to move our arm down and around to all fours. And then send our hips back. Breathing. So we'll come forward onto all fours, and we're either going to go into our down dog. I'd like us to do pigeon today. So if you want to do pigeon on your back, which I know that is preferable to some of us, feel free to go right ahead into your pigeon on your back. If you'd like to bring your leg forward, we can do it either from down dog, three-legged, shifting forward, and or do it from all fours. It's just maybe a little harder to kind of finagle that leg if you don't have as much room. And once you bring the leg forward, so if you're on your back, you may be on a different leg. If you're forward, maybe we're on the same side leg. But so my right leg is forward. If it's your left leg forward or your right leg forward, what we're looking for is to bring that leg forward. Let's flex the front foot and then shift so our hips are lined up, lifting the heart. Feel free to walk your hands back and lift and lengthen. So you can keep your hands here as well, as long as we're lengthening the spine and lifting the heart. Where are you feeling that stretch? Where are you feeling that strength? Even here, there's a balance element. Shifting, breathing into wherever you need to send the breath, whether it's your physical body or maybe sometimes, especially in pigeon, a pose like pigeon, sometimes we have to send the breath to our emotions. Maybe there's big emotions happening here as we release through the hips. And then pull the belly in a little tighter if you'd like to come down onto your forearms. Keep length in the spine, perhaps shifting the hips again, perhaps shifting the leg, and just breathe and release. Even here, we want to stay strong through the core. And then feel free to take it even further, perhaps resting the forehead on the arms. Some of you may want to bend that back leg. And so not only are we getting a deep right hip stretch, but maybe quadricep front of the left thigh stretch. And perhaps if you're on your back, you're shifting half an inch to one side just to deepen that stretch. Never forcing, but once you get to a deeper stretch, you just want to release into it. Let's have 5 more breaths in your pigeon, wherever you'd like to be. And if you'd like to bring yourself to down dog, to three-legged dog, that's fine. Or you can go back to child's pose. And then we'll switch to the other side. Taking your time. First, we're lengthening. Perhaps the hands can come back a little further. We want that back leg to be active. Not too much weight here, strong through the core. Perhaps the Ujjayi breath will help release and relax further. Loosen the muscles so you can settle into your pigeon. Pull the belly tighter, coming forward onto our forearms. Perhaps we have to adjust the back leg or the hips here. Most likely we do have to do a little adjustment. Very important to keep the core engaged when we think that gravity is helping out here, but we want to stay strong through the corset all the way around the waist. And then feeling free to take it even lower. Remember to adjust those hips or the back leg if you like, and stay strong and stay breathing deeply and slowly. Feel free to bend that back leg if you'd like. And then when you're ready, making our way to either all fours or three-legged dog. And then we all will come down to child's pose, sending our hips back. 2 full breaths in our child's pose. Coming to all fours, and then to down dog. So three-legged dog on the right, reaching the right leg back. Let's open up once again. Try to get that knee in line with the other knee. And then the foot perhaps a little lower, open up, feeling a stretch through the front right hip. Engaging the core, let's straighten that leg back out. And then shifting, here's a little funky move. We're going to bring the right leg underneath and see if we can lift the left arm. Eventually we'll flip even further, but right now bring that left hand back, three-legged on the right, and then lower, three-legged on the left. Open up here, strong, lengthen, And then three-legged. And if you want, engage the core, bring that leg underneath and open. So if we eventually open all the way up, it's a wild thing, right? So if you're not there, no worries. Let's take it back to three-legged and then lower down. Child's pose. Nice. Coming to all fours. And let's take our left leg back and then our right leg back. And then finding a stretch through the wrists and the forearms. Let's take our right leg back, engaging the core, and then knee to nose. And then right leg back again. And then knee to nose. And then one more time. Switching sides. Stay strong through the torso, strong through the arms and the hand and the fingers. 3 times, knee to nose, and lengthen all the way back. Beautiful. And then lowering down. We'll bring ourselves forward. Wanted to save time for some favorite poses here. One is Happy Baby, and then before we do our Happy Baby, I'd like us to do a twist. Let's bring our arms out to the side, around our back. Bringing the right leg in so that foot is sort of glued to the left thigh, and taking a twist. Both shoulders on the floor. Releasing into our twist. That back leg is, the bottom leg is active. Pull the belly in. We'll bring ourselves back to full length of the legs. Adjust the hips, arms out to the side. And then taking the left leg in, taking a twist here. Coming back to the center. And then bending our feet. So let's do Happy Baby on one side. We'll bring our right leg up, taking the bottom of the foot, and then the left arm out to the side. Let's see if we can bring our right knee out to the side without twisting. So keep the left leg lined up. Play around with it. Maybe the foot, the knee is bent. Maybe the foot is right up to the ceiling. Try to relax through the shoulders. Play around. Maybe straighten the leg out. Try to keep both hips on the floor. And then when you're ready, taking it to the other side. Happy Baby on this side. Once you lift that leg, go ahead and adjust the hips a little more. Maybe this leg again is straight. Maybe it's bent more. The idea is to get that hamstring stretch. And groin, thigh, wherever it is that you're tight is where you're going to feel it. And then lower down. And then engage the core. And when you're ready, taking ourselves to Happy Baby on both sides. Feel free to rock side to side. Or move the legs slowly side to side, allowing the muscles to release and relax. Perhaps we just hold in the pose a little bit. When we hold our poses, it gives us an opportunity to breathe and to release even more. Try to send the tailbone closer to the earth. Pulling the belly in, we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together and then wrap our hands around the tops of the feet, frog legs here. And then knees together. Let's go ahead and lengthen our legs and arms, getting our full body yawn. 3 deep inhales and 3 completely exhales as we lengthen the front body, stretching through the front body. And we'll prepare for Shavasana. And as I like to say before our Shavasana, feel free to take one last pose or one stretch, whatever it is that you need before your much worked for Shavasana. However, if you want to be in Shavasana for the whole class, you know I'm okay with that too. I want you to get whatever it is that you need out of the class. And even though there's only 5 more minutes left of our yoga practice together, I want this last 5 minutes to stretch out for the rest of your evening. I want you to feel good for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. So, once you find your Shavasana, focus back on the breath. Allowing the breath to release and relax you. Releasing. Let fears slip away. Release any negative, limiting, or self-defeating beliefs buried in your subconscious. These beliefs may be about life, love, or yourself. Beliefs create reality. Let go. From as deep within as your fears, resentments, and negative beliefs are stored, let them all go. Let the belief or feeling surface. Accept it, surrender to it, feel the discomfort or unrest. Then let it go. Let new beliefs replace the old. Let peace and joy and love replace fear. Give yourself and your body permission to let go of fears, resentments, and negative beliefs. Release that which is no longer useful. Trust that you are being healed and prepared for receiving what is good. And if you'd like, to bring yourself to seated, taking your time, or feel free to stay in your Shavasana. Hands to heart center. Peace in our thoughts, peace in our words, peace in our heart. Shanti, 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 Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Love you guys and see you tomorrow or Wednesday. Have a great night.